Two bikers, Jim and Bob, are riding down the highway on a beautiful sunny day. Jim, the more experienced rider, is on his shiny new Harley, and Bob is on an old, rusty bike that looks like it could fall apart any second. They come to a red light, and Bob looks over at Jim and says, "Man, I think my bike is possessed." Jim chuckles and says, "Possessed? Bob, I think you're losing it." "Why do you say that?" Bob replies, "Every time I ride, I feel like there's a ghost pushing me off balance. Plus, the engine makes these weird noises, and sometimes it even talks to me." Jim, trying to keep a straight face, says, "All right, Bob, let's hear this ghost." Bob revs his engine. And sure enough, it makes a loud rattling sound, followed by a sputtering, "Boo!" Jim bursts out laughing. "Bob, that's not a ghost. That's just your old bike trying to tell you it needs a mechanic, not an exorcist." Bob, slightly embarrassed but trying to save face, says, "Well, that may be, but at least my bike has character. Yours is just a show-off." Jim grins and says, "Yeah, well, my bike's character doesn't involve a weekly appointment with a wrench and duct tape." The light turns green, and as they start to ride off, Bob yells over the roar of the engines, "Hey, Jim, you know what they say about old bikes like mine?" Jim shakes his head. "What's that?" Bob laughs. "They're like old friends. They might not always be reliable, but they sure know how to make life interesting." Jim smiles and replies, "Well, let's hope your old friend doesn't decide to take a permanent vacation in the middle of the highway."